A ve studiu už je teď Bruno Mussard, produktový specialista BNP Paribas Asset Management. Welcome to the program. First, I would like to mention the US economy, because obviously there's a big discussion about the current state of the US economy and about the macroeconomic trends. So what's your take on the US recovery?
So basically, the US economy first it has rebounded by approximately 6% during the last quarter in terms of GDP. So it's a good rebound. The thing is that the economy remains weak. So the trend is good, but the economy remains weak. Actually, there has been an industrial recovery in the United States, but the problem is that this recovery has not spread to the consumer spending, and the unemployment remains quite high in the United States, and this is a major problem.
Now, you mentioned recovery, but some of that recovery comes from government stimulus, economists say, and economists also wonder about the duration of this recovery. I mean, how long can the growth actually last, or will it expire? And if it does, when is that going to happen?
Indeed, the stimulus has been, you mentioned it, it has been very important to put this stimulus in the economy. It has helped the economy to emerge from the recession. So it's a very good point from the US government. And we don't expect a double dip scenario in the United States, simply because the government will keep on putting money into the economy, and it will keep on supporting the economy with other stimulus.
So you say no double dip. What does that mean for the stock market? Is it a good news?
Yes, it's a good news. The thing is that there will be no double dip, according to us, in the US economy. But the market, doesn't always react the same way as the economy. And it can be that the investors, between the last stimulus that is going to end and the new one that has been voted, that is going to happen soon in the United States. So between those two stimulus, there can be a period in which there is uncertainty, and the investors don't like uncertainty. So it can bring volatility in the market, but we don't think that there will be a fall like what happened at the beginning of 2009, when the market plunged by 20%. So we don't think that the market is going to fall that much, but it can be a little volatility in the United States.
Do you think that the stocks are correctly priced right now, or do you think that maybe the stocks got a little bit ahead of themselves?
No. We don't think that the stocks are overvalued. We think that the valuation is fair in the United States market. So it's not going to be a support for the market. I mean the valuations, but stocks are not overvalued. So this is at least a good news. And if the earnings continue to improve as they did up to now, then it's good for the market.
Well, it sounds good to me, but let's talk about the Japanese economy, because you also focus on the region, and if you do, I have to ask you, because we don't get to talk about that a lot here. So, Japanese economy, weak performance, deflation, is it still the same story, or something has changed?
No, it's still the same story. The problem in Japan is definitely the deflation. There has been good news in terms of exportations, and this is clearly the key engine for the Japanese economy, the exportations. But deflation is still there, and it's a problem, and government is fighting for the Bank of Japan to continue to inject cash into the economy to fight this deflation. So we will see what will happen. Our scenario is that the Bank of Japan will do that. Will inject money, and we will see the results. It will definitely inject money, but we don't know the result in terms of deflation. We think that deflation is going to remain a little of a problem for Japan, and the key, I say it again, the key force for Japan is the exportations.
Now you say you offer these actively managed funds. They're called Paribas USA or
Paribas USA
Japan.
and Paribas Japan.
Now, do you really think that you can beat the market? Can you perform better than the S&P 500 as a benchmark, for example, for the US market?
Yes, the key point is that we are in presence of markets which are very efficient, and the idea is that in efficient markets, where the information is impacted very rapidly in the prices, and there is a lot of information. The key thing for us is to resort to quantitative techniques, because it's going to enable us to analyze all this data very rapidly, and which is very important, in an emotionless manner, because emotion, as you know, can bring can lead to very big mistakes. Mm-hmm. So we think that using quantitative techniques is important for that, but at the same time we complement these quantitative aspects with judgmental. We call it a judgmental overlay, because we think that the human judgment is very important to bring flexibility to this process.
Certainly very interesting. My last question: when can I call you and ask you about how successful you are and whether you can actually prove it?
Yes.
What's the horizon?
We can prove it. Those two products are targeting the outperformance of their benchmark by 2 to 3%. I mean, growth of fees, of course. So it's a target that we have managed to make since the beginning of the strategies, which are 96 for Japan and 95 for the US. So these are strategies which are which have a long track record and successful track record.
That was Bruno Mussard. Mr. Mussard, thank you very much.
You're welcome.